Right.
Yep, I'm going.
This was Brian Hall 4 years ago. When he wasn't playing music, he was working on a device to make it sound better.
Basically, the strings are, let's say, the Hatfields, and the Springs and the McCoys, and they've just been at odds for years, and I found the way to unite them.
The problem for Brian wasn't his musical abilities, but a progressive physical disability.
My pituitary gland doesn't manufacture enough dopamine, and dopamine is a neurotransmitter that allows the electrical impulses to go through your body and allows your muscles to fire correctly. It's similar to Parkinson's.
This is Brian today.
How have things changed for you since then?
In a number of different ways. The invention has manifested itself into a lot more than I thought it was going to be. Medically, I've slid significantly. I'm much more challenged physically on a daily basis, significantly.
Those challenges haven't extinguished Brian's passions. In fact, they've helped kindle a new one.
My name is Brian Hall, and I'm actually from Hampton, New Hampshire.
This was Brian at a recent Kerry event in Hampton. Stem cell research was the topic.
Pretty much my comment to Senator John Kerry was this, that when he was talking, he mentioned that the Bush administration considers this stem cell research effort giving people false hope. Maybe true, maybe false, but what's the human spirit without any hope at all? And if you don't do this work, there is no hope. If there's no hope, it's going to crush a whole multitude of people.
Senator Kerry, thousands of people have already been cured or treated by the use of adult stem cells or umbilical cord stem cells.
In the second presidential debate, Senator Kerry remembered Brian in front of nearly 50 million television
so
viewers.
Many other people. You know, I was at a forum with Michael J. Fox the other day in New Hampshire, who's suffering from Parkinson's, and he wants us to do stem cell, embryonic stem cell. And this fellow stood up, and he was quivering. His whole body was shaking from the nerve disease, the muscular disease that he had. And he said to me and to the whole hall, he said, you know, don't take away my hope.
And I'd much rather have some form of hope than no hope at all and just be residual income-based for like pharmaceutical company.
And Brian wasn't speaking for only himself.
It's the only long-term hope I can see.
The Mary Town Laurel.
Mark is Brian's brother.
I share the same symptoms, except for I have spastic torticollis of my neck also.
Both men are aware that, like President Bush, many people want to keep strict limits on embryonic stem cell research. They believe that by using stem cells extracted from embryos, an unborn life is lost.
I can see the right to life for people. I can understand their approach and their side of the story, but they've got to look at our side too. And I'm sure if there was someone in their family that would benefit from stem cell research, they'd think twice about it.
Embryonic stem cell research requires the destruction of life to create a stem cell. I'm the first president ever to allow funding, federal funding, for embryonic stem cell research.
Now, I think we can do ethically guided embryonic stem cell research. We have
How confident are you that either candidate is not using this as a political tool?
That's a great question. When I spoke at Wanacunnet High School, and I asked my question and made my comments, Senator Kerry came over to me. He walked to me and extended his hand to shake my hand. And he looked me in the eye very sincerely, and he said, "Your contribution to this conversation is enormous, and I appreciate it greatly. Thank you very much."
As the political debate continues, Brian and Mark are anxious over what they fear is being lost.
We're losing valuable time. Valuable time that could be used to bring an end to these diseases, or at least bring some kind of
Understanding.
Exactly. I mean, we're young. The both of us are considered very young to have Parkinson's disease.
We've had it for 20 years.
I don't feel young anymore. And they say the cure is down the road. I'd like to think in my lifetime that I will be able to do things I used to like to do again. Hopefully that'll happen.
And do you have hope for that stem cell research will be successful?
Yeah, I do. Whether it is or not is irrelevant to me. The work needs to be done. It needs to be crossed off the scientific list of possibilities. If it isn't, I mean, you can't take this journey without going down this road. It's here, it's been in front of us for quite some time. I say let's move forward and see where it can take us.
From the Hampshire Outlook, I'm Vaughn.
Baby Keith.